Hello, Internet. Welcome to Weekly Show Jump Review. I'm Fonzie.
And this is Hero.
And this is for May 13th issue of 2013 Weekly Show and Jump. And we're starting off with Blue Exorcist.
Yay!
Wow, you're into Blue Exorcist? That's
No.
a first. Anyways, we left off at the point where Rin and Yohiko, sorry, my bad, were busy being interested in the school festival. However, of course, Yohiko is, going through his emotional state after his battle with one of the demons that was once human and then turned demon and is questioning his own roots.
I think it's pronounced Yukio.
Yukio. My fault. Anyways, Yukio is being asked out by another girl. Unfortunately, it seems that he is too busy to do this, knowing that he is also a teacher.
And then we guess, does he get all the girls?
Surprisingly, yes, but that's because he's a good guy. And
he's a teacher.
Well, yeah, he's like one of those student teachers that got so incredibly high marks that he became a professor.
So I guess you can just pretty much get away with it.
Yeah, he can get away with it as much as he wants. However, we're reintroduced into Rin after being told that Shime doesn't have a date yet and being told that the only way you get into the festival is having a date. So he's determined more than ever now. And of course, this is when we see Shime and Kamaki and the others talking about how they'll now be in the same class. This is due to the fact that Shime worked really hard in order to be in the same class as them. However, then they lose track of the conversation and go straight on to the festival. And of course, Shime, never been to the festival, is completely amazed by the idea. Dumbfounded sparkly eyes.
Like her eyes become like 4-leaf clovers.
Don't catch me, Lucky Charms. Anyways, she then said, one of the friends tells her that she actually needs a date.
You mean like a boyfriend?
Yep, and of course they go to a scene where it's a room full of couples. Coincidence? Anyways, it seems that Rin interrupts their conversation and wants to talk to Shime. And of course, Shime also wants to talk to him.
And by the way he's standing, he looks like he's gonna piss on him.
Good to know. Anyways, Rin starts talking to her and eventually tries to tell her that he wants to go to the festival with her. However, Shime says to him she wants to probably ask Yukio, or Yuki as she calls him, out instead. And of course this hits Rin as you would think. Pretty dumbfounded and of course trying to be the nice guy he is. Only shrugs it off and tells her to ask him herself. And afterwards getting back to his dorm, he is now eclipsed in complete darkness. Every time he gets shot down, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, it seems that we're back to Yukio, who's back in his study.
A very
cramped study. Claustrophobic much.
That's what I was gonna mention, something like that.
Anyways, Shime enters his study and asks if he wants to go to the festival. However, once again, he of course says that he is too busy to go, and of course she thinks it's pretty much a rejection. And just like before, he gets pissed off at the fact. But then, of course, we then have Ryu here. And boy, does she like to put her finger in your wound. Seriously, just mask you down the fact that he knows that Shime likes her. Likes him. And constantly rubs it in his face that he had to deny her that. And of course, then we go back to Shime for a little bit, who's feeling depressed. Anyways, we've turned back to Ryu and Yukio, and of course, once again, arguing about the whole fact about how Yuki had to deny her. Pretty simple stuff. However, it seems that Ryu has found an intruder, and it's the colorful and much flamboyant Mephisto! Who's taken the form of a cockroach this time. He's either a Shar-Pei poodle or cockroach. Take your pick. Anyways, it seems that he has a weird, not fetish, but interest in how the students go about their relationships during the festival. He's kind of a weirdo like this. Anyways, he gets serious at Ryu and tells her that he will not interfere, and if she does, he will personally crush her. Geez, just for this? And once again, he heads off to the festival because it's about to kick off. What will happen? Who knows?
And now we get to Naruto, where the apocalypse is still happening.
Quick, get Bruce Willis!
and so everything's getting blown away
by a jutsu. Seriously?
Everything gets blown away by a jutsu because it's Naruto. But everyone is still alive, being protected by the
Nine Tails chakra.
Yeah, the Nine Tails cloak. But the thing is, he's running out of chakra. Thus, everyone else's chakra is starting to fade.
However, it seems that he gets a boost from the other. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I think it's the other 9. Oh, okay, that's one face. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, from 8 of the beasts besides
the octopus one is.
Besides the OGB. It's the eyes of the Sixth Sage. The Rinnegan.
Yeah, and the Rinnegan.
So he's basically being protected by the Rinnegan's power.
Well,
sort of.
Well, who's Rinnegan?
Theirs, because they were created by it.
Oh, okay.
It's the sixth path. It's the stage of the six paths. We don't know jack about this guy. So, anyways, the Biju decides to do hand signs. Odd.
More like prayer hand gestures.
Oh, you really want to shove that in everybody's faces, don't you?
and everyone's Nine-Tails chakra starts to fade. And Obito and Madara are like, haha, you're gonna lose.
Yes, however, due to the fact that Naruto is such a lovable guy, everybody comes to his aid and protects him.
Aww. Friendship!
Yeah, friendship. But we have less to get to that into an epic battle.
But we also... and so we transition to a close encounter to the third dimension, where Kakashi tries to use his lightning blade on Obito and just stops.
Yep, that's because he's still a giant pussy.
Just kill him.
Yep, Kakashi's still a giant pussy.
I don't get it, just kill him. And so it keeps going on and on and on, and how like...
He can't do it due to the fact that he knows that he can't keep his promise to Rin or the promise to Obito and bullshit.
But we do get like an interesting revelation that Rin was actually a Jinchuriki.
Yep, and who's Jinchuriki? The Three Tails.
Which that's actually a good reason. Which I don't know how or when this happens.
Well, it seems that she was kidnapped during a mission and essentially had
kidnapped again.
Yep, kidnapped again, and had the Biju. Sorry, not the Biju. The Kuratida. That's the turtle demon.
Yeah.
Put inside of her and would be activated as soon as she got back to the village, so that the Kuratida could actually run rampant across the Hidden village.
But during the battle, she actually jumped in front of Kakashi's lightning blade on purpose. Thus she committed suicide.
Yep. So that means that the Jinchuriki bomb plan failed. And, of course, Obito goes on about the fact that he no longer has a heart and literally goes on the deep end saying that because, he just literally led Kakashi's hand into his stomach and showed that he literally has no heart.
Yeah, so I guess he's a zombie ninja, or...
You know what? I'm not sure what he is at this point. He's fused with Zetsu before. I'm not sure what he is now.
Yeah, I'm just going to call him a zombie because... No matter what you do to him, he's just going to keep coming back.
Anyways, we actually had to get to one more of Kishimoto's stories, and one that he's going on with now, known as Mario. And no, not that Mario. Anyways, this manga is actually mostly about gangsters and hitmen.
Which to be more specific, American gangsters and mafias.
Yep, so he's going with a completely different genre this time. And, of course, we meet our protagonist, Mario, who's in a room with a suspicious gangster, sort of. And they seem to be pleasantly watching TV. Of course.
If you remember, this is almost the exact same scene as like the last video he did when he did the one shot. This was a totally different person, totally different character.
I think it was supposed to be like that. A one shot is supposed to at least show you what would be the series eventually.
Yeah, and he does point the gun to his head, but then trick him. But instead of using fireworks, he does pull the trigger. It just goes, saying there's no bullet.
Yep. Anyways, it seems, of course, that Mario is actually pointing this gun at the man for a reason that he had already taken on part of Mario's gang, and of course, doing the absolute badass interrogation, I guess, fools the guy into think he's got a loaded gun. Of course, he just fools us off as just simple play acting, but then he literally goes off and shoots him square in the face. Not kidding.
This is almost something like the Joker would do. Fake you out at first, and then kill you with a real one.
Anyways, he informs his friend downstairs that the job has been taken care of. Of course, now he seems to be near a play. Now we transition to a playground where I'm guessing it has some sort of prevalence to Mario. However, it seems that a girl is standing on the what is it called? Teeter-totter?
Yeah.
And refuses to get off.
No, I think it's called the seesaw.
Oh, seesaw. Well, whatever it was, that she refuses to get off, even though for a fact that...
And flips him off.
Yep.
Literally flips him off. And so she needed a little more... what do you call it? When you try to give her more...
Give her more force?
No, I mean, like, if something's not enough, okay, I guess Mario wants her to do something for him, but nothing seems to make her go with him. So
to budge.
Yeah, she needs a little nudge. So he tells his friend to go get a suitcase, which is really heavy. Does it outweighs the girl?
Yep.
On the other side of the seesaw, and they pull guns at each other.
Yep, pretty much. They both pull guns over a match who will get off the fucking seesaw. Real compelling stuff here. Anyways, it seems like he's surprised that she's packing. And just to fast forward this a little bit, because this is a pretty long one shot, it all has to do with Mario's gang and how she perceives the gang to be a pointless venue for him.
Oh, but it seems that this girl is actually a sniper. Yeah,
she seems to be an assassin of sorts and seems to be helping him out with this job. However, it seems that the jobs are being done too well, and due to this, they end up getting themselves...
Where's the money?
Yep, they're pretty much all about money. The whole gang bit is actually... They're more like negotiators, but they're asking back for money, for protection money. And when people won't give that money or will go against the rule, they get hurt or killed.
Oh, we pay up to the Red Hood!
Yeah. Anyways, it seems that one of Mario's actual acquaintances actually points out to
this one boss.
Yep, who seems to be one of the bigger characters who owes them money. This is a problem due to the fact that he's one of the bigger bosses that they can't get near him. But does that stop him? Well, he goes to a grave first.
No.
Yeah, first he ends up in a graveyard, and I'm guessing seeing to one of his friends, or... I mean, really...
We have no idea who it is.
Yeah, somebody named Yoshiko Rossi, who seemed to have died. We don't really know the connection just yet. However, it seems that he has a necklace that seems to
have the shape of an actual gun barrel.
Or transitions into it. And of course it's the ladies' gun barrel, even though they're trying to constantly...
In a public cafe, I think.
You know what? I guess it's just normal to pull out a piece anywhere these days, huh? So instead, she actually wants to talk to Mario alone.
And this cafe looks pretty empty.
Yep, the blinds are all shut, so obviously pulling out a gun wouldn't be a problem. However, he actually asks her to be a part of the crew, and actually asks her to be a part of one more assassination. In order to actually show that he means well, he actually gives a part of the pendant necklace that he had shown before in the graveyard, and actually gives part of it to her. And of course, it seems that
she's a Libra.
I guess the necklace means something towards the Libra star symbol. And of course, she accepts it, and of course, they go on to the next hit.
How much of that we're gonna see like people who are Pisces and I don't know what the rest of them are.
No, man, I don't think so. I think it's just symbolic towards whoever had the necklace along with Mario. I think that was just pretty much it. Anyways, they go across making their usual errands, and that, of course,
going all Ocean's 11.
Yeah, pretty much looking like standard people in order to get closer to this boss. And of course, they finally get to have a chance with an audience with this particular boss. And of course, the boss has no real interest other than looking at the girl.
And practically sell her, for sex, which we all know that's part of the plan.
Yep, but it seems that she doesn't like this part of the plan, and of course Mario is thinking a little bit against it. However, that doesn't seem to matter, seeing as how the friend has finally decided to pull his little strings himself.
By the way, black gun, white gun.
Yeah, he's not Alucard. He's not Dante. He's not Alucard. Don't make the reference again, you shit.
I have to because if it's there, it has to be mentioned.
Anyways, he pulls out the fact that he's in this job for himself and is pointing the gun straight at the boss and also the assassin. However, it seems that as soon as Mario hears the gunshots, the boss has been shot in the head. And it also seems that the friend has also been shot, not mortally wounded. However, he then tells her that the girl ran off and was actually the one to shoot the boss in the face.
Impressive.
However, he then goes back to his original employer without the girl, since she had ran away, and is told that they have now $500,000 to take care of. This is a problem due to the fact that he still owes money to her and still reminisces about her, even though that his partner constantly tries to keep telling him to get his mind on the ball again. And somehow they head back to the park and actually...
And he confesses his love to her? This is kind of fast.
Yeah, this one shot is kind of, you would have to go through it a lot in order to get it, because it's a lot in just one chapter. So it seems that she's not happy about this either, and I guess is shot by the partner. This is odd.
But that's also sad.
Well, yeah, because the partner's been there, and of course the partner says that he wants the $500,000 now and has been tired of working with not only the other cohort, but also the employer. And of course tries to shoot Mario, but end up shot himself. By who? The girl. It seems that she only was shot in the arm, and manages to finish off the other guy.
I'm not dead.
And of course, this is actually kind of ironic. Due to the fact that the partner fell on the other side of the seesaw with the $500,000 under him, and with the girl on the other side, which weighs more on Mario's heart? It's basically symbolic to which one is more important.
And he kills him.
Yep, but will he choose the girl over the money? Well, he decides to choose nothing. He decides to let the girl go and give her the other earring, the other part of his necklace, and leave the $500,000, and tells her just to enjoy life. And which she does, but whether or not this will be really a usual thing in the series as a big story in such a small amount of time, we'll see later on. But that was essentially Mario's one-shot in a nutshell. So hopefully we'll actually see a little bit more of it later on.
Now we get to One Piece.
You give me that shit.
And by the way, One Piece was on Toonami last night.
Yay!
You didn't even get to see it.
Yeah,
I didn't either.
Damn if cable isn't expensive. Anyways, we're back.
I'm just getting like WoW cable or something.
We're not going into this on the podcast, Andrew. You know, me being poor and shit. Anyways, from what we returned to back at the Coliseum is that the old man recognized Luffy, and of course allowed Cavendish to hear the entire thing. However, the old man seems to know Garp, but is essentially questioning on will not actually bear any revenge against any of the Monkey D line. However, Cavendish is ready to strike Luffy down if he is actually, as the old man says. However, the old man states that if he knew that Luffy's father was Dragon, well, he would have made sure that he was never born at all, and headbutts the floor and cracks it. You know...
Use headbutt!
Yep, makes your Pokemon moves look useless. Anyways, it seems that Cavendish is ready to kill him after the old man Law didn't get to hit him. However, it seems that he leaps once again into the air and tries to kill Luffy with another headbutt. However, Cavendish uses another move that actually uses the same amount of force. However, it seems that both Cavendish and the old man have some legends. The old man seems to have used a move like a headbutt and used to crack the northern continent, and it seems that Cavendish is the only one who has a sword that can never be broken. So, yeah.
The ancient martial arts of the headbutt.
Anyways, it seems that headbutt is ineffective against Luffy's agility, and Luffy hits him with another attack, sending him into the ground. However,
it angers him.
Yep, he looks a lot more like Heihachi from Tekken now. And that's not a good thing, since both of them are psychotic killers with martial arts abilities. Anyways, it seems that the old man is really tired of this fight, and is willing to kill both Cavendish and Luffy as well. However, both of his sons decide to stop him at the last minute, saying that if the fights continue anymore, then they'll be disqualified and they cannot get the Mero fruit. However, they both swear that they'll get him in the next arena, since all three of them will be fighting Luffy in their match, and so will Cavendish. But Cavendish doesn't want to wait. However, it seems that Luffy found an interesting hiding place on the wall, and is now watching the match continue, after it seems that another competitor has been taken out by Abudal and Jeet, some of the most cutthroat brothers in the entire group. It seems that everybody is now having a grand old time killing each other, while Dagama and his king are still waiting for the literal, and I don't mean it to the other series, one punch to be ready. The other ones continue to kick some ass. It seems that the strange gladiator with the one sword style is fighting off against the long-legged tribesmen, while the two brothers continue with their bloodshed. However, the bloodshed ends when Bellamy stabs both their feet to the ground, leaps up behind them, grabs them by their upper jaws, and swings them around on his shoulders, breaking their backs. Brutal as ever, and we're loving every second of it. Yep, that's Bellamy Hyena. Anyways, it seems that also Hunchman is also taking out a few more competitors himself. However, it seems that a certain individual is not exactly... Well, you remember Bartholomew? The guy who was just sitting around waiting for the competitors to take them out?
Now he wants to jump in, right?
Nope. Instead, he's doing more grotesque things, like pissing off the side of the arena. Yeah, I'm not kidding. He's literally just pissing off the side of the arena while everybody else is killing each other. What class does this man have?
He's probably that powerful.
Anyways, it seems that Hackman has finally had enough with this man's attitude.
Peeing on the water.
Well, whatever. He's had enough with all of this Stark attitude, so he's about to hit him from the backside, even though it's dishonorable. However, through one punch...
Ice cream!
Yes, of course, that's the only way to get Andrew off this, is to actually get ice cream. Anyways, it seems that Hotchman tries to take the blow. However, his fist is actually broken. Tried to attack Bartholomew from the back. And in this instance, Bartholomew was left laughing with whatever power that he may have used against him.
And we also get an ad that it's on Tsunami.
Yes, thank you for rubbing it in. You're such a good person. You dick. Anyways, we now get back to the Toriko chapter, and if you remember, some strange shit has been going on in the Chef's Coliseum battle, where Susanoo has actually been cut by Zeus, and Fuji and another member of the New Genesis Ego Corporation, and has now decided to go, wow.
That is pretty creepy.
Yep. Remember how she used to have that cute face demeanor of an actual smiley face icon? Yep.
Now she's going all like
Nightmare Fuel.
Yeah, Nightmare Fuel and Exorcist on us. I'm your mother's sex cocks in hell.
Yep, I bet so. Well, it seems that whatever. What is this? It seems that one of the competitors, I'm guessing use it. The one who was holding Granny Satsano actually was using a strange kind of pan that mutates into another hand. I don't know. Anyways, it seems that the pressure she used crushed the pan, and now she's ready to fight again. However, she questions why Zeus faked his death at the time, and of course, asking whether or not why they want to actually continue on this. However, they actually, well, you know, villains, they love their dialogue. They actually state the fact that the New Genesis wants to actually go under one of the Dark Chefs, which seems to be in one of the top 3, Joy. I think that's how it's pronounced, Joie.
Maybe it's Joey. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, anyways, it seems that he was a former competitor in one of the top 3 in the chef world, but now he's one of the infamous Dark Chefs. And their true goal for all of this? Well, to obviously get God. Literally the ingredient that everybody else is after. You know, they could have just waited for Toriko and the others to find God, but, you know, they'd rather be bastards, like Zeus does now after he skewers Chio in the stomach.
Just like in Pokemon. We got all the emotions, we got space and time. Where do we go for now? We go to God! No, we already got that too.
Yeah, but God's a... You know what? I don't know what God is. It's like a meat or a... I don't
He's
know.
a giant meat! Oh, no. God in Toriko universe is the giant spaghetti monster. I'm such a snarky bastard.
Anyways, it seems that Chio is not willing to give up so easily and is about to use another taboo art style. However, of course, it seems that now all of her calories have been consumed by another one of the chefs, leaving her practically unable to move. And of course, once again, Zeus tries to convince Susanoo to actually join them. And once again, Susanoo denies that request. However, we go back to more Bishoyokukai fights, and we join this weird guy with elongated earlobes, who is using a rather deadly-looking whip called the Particle Splintering Whip, who's now fighting off against him. Oh, Mr. Match. Oh, God, don't fight him.
I think I can get a reference off that Splinter Whip. Oh, you remember in Yu Yu Hakusho?
Oh, the Thorn Whip?
Rose Whip.
Yeah, but, you know, Kuruma did it better. Anyways, it seems that he's...
prettier.
Yeah, of course, prettier. But in this case, this whip gets, you know, sliced much easier than Kuruma's whip from Yu Yu Hakusho, because this is Match we're talking about. However, it seems that Match is not alone, and once again is helped by one of the Gourmet Knights, who uses a pre-shot routine 1,000-arrow doctrine. In short, he just shot 1,000 arrows through the whip guy's, you know, chest.
And probably made a giant hole in his stomach.
However, it seems that the Mafia also wants to get into this and shoots down one of the Bishoyokukai. However, it seems that what she's capable of doing is actually tasting pain and then sending it back. Interesting. Odd. Well, we saw a guy who had an immortal cell structure. He had a centaur body and could use mitosis. Stuff's out there. Anyways, we also get to another Bishokai member using a seasoning ability that literally burns people to death. However, another gourmet knight decides to join the fray and uses a sugar curtain. You know what? I'm just gonna stop. Because now they're just creating shit out of midair. Because now another person created a Angel Yeast cottage of invisibility. She created a cottage out of yeast in a moment. Okay.
Magic.
I believe that.
Cooking magic.
Anyways, it seems that other chefs are going to actually hide within not only the smoke and the sugar coat, but also in the cottage as well. However, another one who seems to look like an astronaut actually leaves for some reason and not going to join the Gourmet Corps or the Igo, but wondering where his allegiance lies. However, we then get back to Matsu and Pooh, it's pretty much that. Anyways, tries to get to the fight with Starjun and Toriko, and boy does he get there. He gets there to notice Starjun has impaled Toriko on his fist with his scorching corpse.
Yummy.
Yep. Toriko's pretty much out of the game.
And now we get to Nisekoi, which we get a full page. I guess like a full page of Jitoge in gym clothes. Because
for the freaks in the world.
And so everyone's doing their marathon, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden, zoom.
Yep, it seems that somebody's on a mission.
Yep, Sho. Well, no, it's not Sho. It's a Michijo trying to catch up with Sho in a scary way.
Yep, he's tired of falling for stupid traps and being knows the fool.
This part I did not get because he then sends a couple guys to get in his way. Suddenly they stop.
Yeah, it's something called foot stag or some bullshit.
I guess he stepped on their feet or something on the way.
Yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to go.
And so, Sho is still ahead of him as he tries to change the signs. But someone else already beat him to it.
Yep.
And it looks like Ichijo is getting really tired. And
Ordina.
Yeah, Ordina gives him water, and he goes all be shoujo.
Yep, pretty much.
Leave it to me, Onodera.
Okay, yeah, there's Speedy Gonzales. That was the worst Speedy Gonzales impression.
And then comes Sho's Ace in the Hole, a box full of kitties.
Oh, weakness
no.
Man.
Oh no,
we can't leave those in the streets. You son of a bitch. Well, he still continues to run with the cats.
No, I got a good joke. Oh, you need an ace in the hole. Mine's a box of kitties. So
you're a weird man, you know that.
So yeah, he for some reason picks up the box of kitties. I don't know why, because there's so many other people around. And Chitoge decides to take the box of kitties, which the cats are freaking out around her. And then she gets all, "Come here, kitties!" And then they calm down.
Yep.
And so
they go on blah blah that he will win the race and make sure that nobody kisses anybody.
And then he runs off. He's catching on to us! Oh my crap! What do we do? Do something! Someone do something! And shot in the face.
Yep, Setsu's back once again showing her marksmanship, shooting people in the ear.
And so now it's just between Michijo and Sho. The race is getting close. Michijo's catching up, and he wins!
Ah, Seabiscuit victory. I knew that would happen. Not too bad I bet on Sho.
and so Sho finally admits his defeat in somewhat a calming way. That's because the whole get to kiss a girl is not what everyone thought it was. The winner gets to kiss a female animal.
Yep, the school
What
pets.
a ripoff!
Well, she didn't exactly say that in the first part. She just said a kiss pass. She didn't say anybody in the room.
But isn't a kiss pass mean you can kiss whatever you want, even another human?
Yep, but she didn't specify whether or not. So it's basically
stupid loopholes.
She'd make a great lawyer.
And the thing is, I guess he didn't even choose.
Yeah,
stupid teacher. And so Amichi Joe then decides to take a drink and give it to Chitoge, which he starts to think about. If the whole deal was actually true, maybe she would have wanted that kiss.
Nah.
And actually takes Ichijo's drink, kind of resembling a kiss.
Yeah, but I still like the last panel.
And at the last panel, all the boys are
stomping on Sho, who has his cat face on again.
No, his cat troll face.
Yep.
And now we get to World Trigger.
And oh, you son of a bitch.
No, that's your department.
All right, whatever. Anyways, we're back to Yuma, Osamu, and Osamu's sister, and once again reestablishing the problem of how her Tryon levels seem to be attracting more and more powerful neighbors, and of course making sure that none of the replica raps are there as well, the ones that cause the instant neighbor doors to appear.
How much do you want to bet that they are half neighbors?
Well,
We're gonna go Bleach on this one now.
Yeah, no, we're not. Anyways, it seems that Osamu and Yuma are going to take her off to the border agency, see what they can do. However, of course, and it seems that her name is Chika, sorry. Yes, my fault.
Spanish name for girl.
Okay. Anyways, he also introduces Osamu to her, where they have already actually met, and where he finally tells Chika that Yuma is actually of his age and not hers, even though he's short as hell.
He's short.
And of course, they go on the information-esque sort of part of the chapter where it talks about Tryon levels and why neighbors feed on Tryon. Well, it turns out that it's the only way for them to survive. The only way that they actually do it is by eating the people and then extracting the Tryon from them, digesting the Tryon, but leaving nobody else alive. They really just use them for harvesting. It's sort of like taking a seed out of an apple.
Yeah.
Anyways, it seems that Yuma continues to go in more in depth about how they don't want humans, but they just want Tryon. And I guess that's the whole reason why Chika is in the most danger, since her Tryon level is so big. And of course, Yuma decides to use his replica again and creates another small drone, I guess, for Chika. And
the Tryon is strong with this one.
Yeah, I guess that's it. And of course, Yuma wants to make sure her Tryon levels are actually what they all expect it to be. So he uses replica in order to measure the amount. So of course,
and it's over 9,000. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, they go over Osamu's first just to see it. And it seems that Osamu's isn't as big as people may have thought, because he needs about 3 more times larger in order for neighbors to actually come after him. I guess they could sense it anyway. Well, it seems that it will take some time for the next measurement to continue. And of course, Yuma and Osamu continue to talk about how they want to solve this problem. Now, and then we go to a flashback.
Which the panels are are toned instead of being black.
Well, I guess they just try new styles. Anyway, it seems that one of the tutors that was actually assigned to Chica is actually another border agent. And is also Chica's brother. No, they're also Osamu's tutor, I guess. I guess that they just want to establish two different things at the same time. Anyways, it seems that Chica doesn't want to rely on Border, knowing that she might in fact be alienated. However, any times that she actually makes friends, because of her large amount of Trion, anybody who gets near to her ends up disappearing. Short gets eaten by a neighbor, mistaking it for her. Stuff happens. Anyways, we go end with a flashback with her being scared and often being okay with being alone as long as nobody gets killed, which is pretty damn sad. Anyways, it seems that they may have made a decision about what to do with her. However, of course, they're giving second thoughts about what Border might do. And due to the justification of whether Osamu should do it because he is a border agent and should relay this information to his HQ. However, the test is done. And boy, oh boy, is it bigger than Osamu's. There's no innuendo there.
It's over 9,000!
Yep, and even Replica seems to notice that there's way more Trion than he's ever measured before in any other human. And
so I guess she's going to be like the Gohan of the series.
Yeah, I guess so.
She's like the strongest in the universe, but still doesn't do crap.
Well, it seems that after finding out about the Trion, it seems that two familiar faces decide to join the crew. However, one of them is one of Masamune's henchmen and activates their triggers. And of course, with this, they've heard everything and decide to take all three of them in at the same time. Wait a minute, if I actually have a fight on our hands.
And now we get to Bleach, which we come back to
inside the metaphorical dimension of Misaki's inner spirit.
Inner demon.
Nearly eaten by a hollow, but of course Ishin gets in the way after being such a nice guy, giving up his title as Shinigami and his powers to protect
And he technically kills. Man, I don't know if he kills it or just controls it.
Why the hell does he use Getsuga Tensho when his Zanpakuto isn't Zengetsu? He still can use it. What the hell?
But anyway, he beats it, and then boobies!
Yep.
Oh no, we actually get to see boobies. Not one of those, like, it gets blocked off in the bottom of the panel. No, we get to see the whole thing, nipples and all.
You know, Taikuo, you were once cool. We thought you were cool, man. Anyways,
but we thought you were different.
Anyways, it seems that she's more bubbly and spirited about how he came to save her, while he's wondering why in the hell she's being like this, even though she's butt naked. I wouldn't think that he would have a problem with this, but I guess he has a problem with inconsistency. Anyways, it seems that she's finally cured of everything. And then we turn back.
I guess they did a little mouth-to-mouth.
I don't know, and I'm not going to look into it. Would you?
Maybe.
You sicko. Anyways, Urahara gives the signal that everything's A-okay. And of course, now is the time where, God, she's still. I guess she has a thing for men screaming at her while she's butt naked. I guess she just laughs that kind of stuff off while Isha gets annoyed once again.
And so we cut back to
Ryu and his maid. And of course, she's worried about Ryu, and of course asking whether or not he left Misaki behind. And of course,
which I'm assuming that this is. I'm assuming that this is kind of like the maid's love confession, in a way.
Well, actually, be surprised or not, it actually is. because this person is in fact Uryu's mother, because I went back to some former chapters and looked at a picture of one of them, and one of them is especially reminiscent of this woman. Well, and it seems that...
Well, she's a maid, so...
Well, even though that she's a maid, the whole point is that she's also of pure Quincy blood, but Masaki was also a part of the family, so I guess family lineage and stuff. I don't know.
I don't get it.
Well, anyways, back on
incest.
Anyways, it seems that Katagiri has professed that her whole point when staying with the Ishida family was to protect Ryu and protect Masaki. However, her true motives and complete true goal is to actually protect Ryu's feelings as well. And of course, Ryu shows no other signs of going back and asks Katakiri to come home with him.
My room, 10 minutes.
Oh my, is that something? Anyways, we get a small little, I guess, short into that Masaki left the Ishida family and decided to go on to college. Ryu, of course, was not exactly liking the idea of letting Masaki go, but understood the circumstances. Well, Ishin, in order to at least get a life in this world, since he had no longer any spiritual energy...
And started dating. Dating Masaki.
Not yet. Instead, he opens up a clinic first. And then she makes fun of him for opening up a clinic.
Ha ha!
I'm not sure why that counts. But anyways, it seems that he goes into a little spin here and eventually tells her about how everything ended up. How he gave up his powers, and now she finds out, and now she's sad about it.
Well, no. Well, no. No, he was talking about, they went to see a movie about how an old man was talking about his wife, and she found that sad.
You know what? That's just Citizen Kane.
Nah.
Yeah, it's just Citizen Kane. Rosebud. It's a sled, but it's the name of his wife. Ugh.
Oh, by the way, people, if you don't have if you plan to see Citizen Kane. Yeah, a Rosebud is a sled, okay? I might just save you 2 boobless hours.
You are a whore. Seth MacFarlane's. You are Seth MacFarlane's personal blowjob whore. Anyways, getting back, I guess, reminisces a lot about how her aura or her personality was that of the sun's.
You do realize that he's actually referencing Romeo and Juliet.
Pretty much.
She is the sun.
Yep. And of course,
that's the whole story. But what he's gonna tell him next is why she died.
Yep. It seems that everything that has happened from now to Rukia giving Ichigo his powers, to him realizing his Shikai, and then eventually controlling his Bankai, and eventually gaining the Hollow's Mask, has all led up to one point. And this point will be revealed in the next chapter, fuckers. You thought you were going to hear it this time.
No.
But nope.
More cock blockage.
Yeah, but there's no problem with that, because after all, we've been waiting for a whole long time with Taikubo, but now we get to One Punch Man.
With One Punch.
And I guess it's Saitama's training day for getting registered. Lateral jumps 30 seconds?
Or maybe he's being tested.
Yeah, pretty much. And you know what? This guy, drawn dynamically and very, very cool-like, he's awesome looking. But, of course, when he puts on his freaking suit, he's nothing.
He's nothing but a cartoon. And look, here's a crazy cartoon right now.
Yep, he does a vertical jump and literally throws his head into the ceiling.
Huh, that happened.
Yep.
And everyone is scared shitless.
Yeah, now they're waiting for the results, where Gino also decides...
Go cyborg mode.
Yep, well, that's his regular body. He doesn't really have anything else. He's just simply a cyborg. Yeah, sexy cyborg, Makes those androids wet. Anyways, it seems that Gino scored 100 and is approved for S-class rank, which is the highest rank of all heroes.
Okay, Naruto's done the whole S class, A class. What? Okay, like, is it like a Japanese ranking? I don't know.
I think it's ranking for everybody, but I think this one has more to a point. I've read a little bit more chapters in One Punch Man, and trust me, it'll become funny later on. It's a funny point.
And he passes with 71 points, getting a C.
Yep, that's the funny point. He gets a lower rank than Genos.
How? Why? I guess whoever's in charge just doesn't like ball people.
Yep, but Genos is pissed off about this. Of course, Saitama doesn't want to have any embarrassing moments. So as we go to the C rank room, I'm guessing.
And he's wearing a t-shirt called Opie.
Whatever, I don't know what that means. Anyways,
I don't know, because what's under it looks like boobs. I don't know why. I don't know if that's the Japanese word for boobs, but I don't know.
Anyways, the proctor seems to be going on and on about how Saitama should be in view of what a hero should be.
This is sort of like Naruto. They take that class and they try to cheat off each other.
Yeah, well, this is just Genos and Saitama, since they're the new recruits. Anyways, it seems that the proctor decides to do some strange action poses, like what a real hero should do.
Aww.
You know, stupid Sentai.
Like Bruce Lee.
However, Saitama could care less, and I literally mean care less.
And he makes a big bubble and it gets all over his face when it pops.
Yes, and of course the proctor has no real patience for this, and constantly uses his anger in this discussion. And of course, Saitama really doesn't care, because all he's thinking about is what he should have for dinner later.
You know, like a real shonen hero.
Yes. And however, Genos gives at least Saitama some little bit of a pat on the back, that knowing that Saitama is truly a superior hero, Genos still considers himself one of his pupils. And of course, Saitama has no real way of how to trade Genos, seeing as how his muscles are gone. Don't mind that, ladies and gentlemen. We're having Chinese. I'm a cruel son of a bitch. Anyways, it seems that the proctor is not too pleased with either Genos or Saitama's attitude during the lecture. And of course, one of the other proctors, I guess, praises that Genos passed both the written and physical tests with perfect scores. And however, it seems that they
want to investigate Saitama.
Oh, well, yeah, because it seems that what Saitama had was that his test scores on the written test were terrible, where his physical strength
is beyond, like, kind of godlike, like Superman-like.
Yeah, so they're investigating to his physical strength, literally looking at the holes that he's made in the floors and
say a god resides in his flesh. Shut up!
No, you shut up. Anyways, it seems that they may believe that Saitama has passed S rank, but they're not sure whether they should add him into it. And of course, I guess the proctor is so befuddled by this that he literally finds Saitama and comes to crush the newbies.
And get this, his fighting is snake style, and he's wearing a snake
scale pants and coat. And yes, a snake familiar comes out of his fist when he tries to do something. And of course, Saitama crushes him in a nice colored...
Quiet, dog. Quiet. And yeah, that's it. And now Dragon Ball.
Yep, now Dragon Ball. More training and more child abuse than ever.
And then Moon!
Yep, Gohan's Saiyan blood finally activates and turns into a giant monkey. And starts destroying everything, and Piccolo is...
Stares at the moon. Stop looking at me!
We're not in the abridged series right now.
It might as well be.
Well, yeah. You don't know Piccolo's green, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and he destroyed the moon, thus causing tides.
you know, catastrophe everywhere.
Ain't that right, Sailor Moon? Oh dear God!
You know, Master Roshi destroyed the moon once before. You know, how many moons has, we gone through?
I don't know.
Anyways, it seems that now Goku has decided to take a sleep on there, and that actually ends the May 13th edition. And of course, now we actually, like we said before, we now have 2 fairy tale chapters to go over since the last one was.
Oh boy! Oh me! Oh my!
Yep, and the first one.
The first one is meh, but the second one, oh.
How is it meh?
I thought it was meh. And I guess the cover of the chapter has
Urza being in a spacesuit, because she wants to.
A space pirate, because it's sexy, I guess.
This is the girl who dresses up in whatever she feels like. Whatever she dresses up in something, you just accept it.
Yeah. And so we now we get to Natsu and Rogue on the dragon getting ready to fight each other.
Yep, and it seems that the one dragon that
they're on is called Mother Greya. Try to guess what she does.
Yep.
Mother Greya. She lays eggs.
Of dragon sentinel monsters. Yeah, Dragon Slayer magic,
Slay dragons.
This is what we get out of it. However, it seems that the battles are getting more fierce since the Dragon Slayers have to take on the other dragons, while all the other mages have to take on the Sentinels. And Lux is taking on the Fire Dragon with as much badassitude as possible. And of course, his squad, the Lightning Lords, will be backing him up the entire way. And of course, Sting goes in for more shots against the other dragon that's attacking the Sabretooth Guild. And they're
talking about oh, we will protect our comrades, blah blah blah.
It's different from what they said before after being assholes and then having their asshole asses handed to them.
And who are they like
Blue Pegasus?
Yeah,
Blue Pegasus doesn't have any Dragon Slayers, so they have no way to take theirs on. And of course, they come up with the stupidest ideas.
Yeah, and they're only female, just looking sexy.
Yeah, she thinks that sex appeal will stop the dragon.
Yeah.
No.
And so the headmaster goes, "Feast your eyes on my secret perfume."
Yeah, his magic is perfume.
And the thing is, the perfume stinks.
Yep.
Like, it really stinks, but it doesn't affect the dragon because he has no nose. No!
Yep.
And they get their asses whooped.
Yep, however, it's Cobra! You fucker.
No, every time he appears, I'm just gonna yell, Cobra!
Once per issue. Yeah, Cobra decides to join the fight, and of course this is back when both Blue Pegasus and Orcheon Sace were at war with each other and haven't met since.
And speaking of Cobra, the Fairy Tail dub is back!
Yep.
Can't wait to see them!
Anyways, Doran Bolt looks down and is still questioning whether or not letting Cobra out was actually a good idea.
I'm sure it was.
Well, they need 7 Dragon Slayers and everything. However, it seems that also the Magic Council is getting ready to take it to the fight. However, we then transition back to Natsu and Rogue as the fight continues. However, we then transition back to the princess and everybody else at the Zodiac Gate. And
we get to, what's his name, that dragon that they saw in the cave?
Zilkones, I believe his name was?
Yeah, the dragon from the cave they met before.
Yeah, anyways.
And guess what magic he is?
Well, before that, it seems that they're trying to reason with him, but remembering the fact that the Zilkones they once talked to...
Zilkonis, yeah.
Zilkonis was actually one that had died beforehand. And, of course, this is not the Zilkonis that they talked to, and is willing to eat every human being.
Yeah, so...
like a nice guy. And he uses his dragon roar on them. What will this do to them? Oh, the humanity!
And it just tears off their clothes, making them all naked.
Dragon Slayer magic. The Dragon Slayer magic of taking one's clothes off. How do you eat that? How do you?
That is the
fight
most
with
useless thing I've ever seen.
You know what? This was a feared dragon at one point, right?
And what do you know what they call it? They call it the magic of dignity.
Yep.
The ability to take one's dignity.
You know what? No.
Okay, you know what? Okay, this is an excuse.
However, even the minister seems to.
Ah! That's the only funny thing.
Yep.
Minister!
However, even Zilconis is done with the men and is more interested in eating women.
And so he makes a little puff on Lucy, thus she gets naked.
You know what? We all know where this is going.
Yeah.
However, it seems that Wendy has decided to enter the fray. You know, finally time for her to be a badass once in a while.
But now we get to the next chapter.
And I warn you, gregarious amounts of Nalu fan service are about to bombard you. In chapter 331, Natsu's strategy. There's not much strategy into this. I swear there isn't.
All there is just boobs, boobs, boobs.
You know, I wish we could make that the summary, but, you know, we owe the fans a little bit more than that.
Yeah, so...
Anyways, we once again see Wendy facing down Zilconis back, and Wendy once again complaining.
And Zilconis grabs Natsu. No,
Lucy.
I'm sorry, Lucy. Grabs Lucy, you know, like he's King Kong.
You know, just because, you know, we need more females kidnapped. You know, it sets such a great example. But, of course, Wendy has no intention of backing down and uses one of her magics to pump up Mira Jane, and so that she can once again use her demon armor. However, Zilconis takes to the sky,
thus blowing everyone away.
However, Zilconis doesn't know that Wendy is a sky dragon, and that Mira Jane can fly.
Goes into her awesome demon mode, and then
pounds his jaw in, and of course Wendy
doesn't really have much effect.
But it's a distraction for Wendy to use her Sky Dragon roar on top of Zilconis' head.
Ha ha!
Take that, you dignity, stupid magic son of a bitch.
And Zilconis just throws Lucy.
Yep, just chucks her. You know, out of all the dragons, this guy makes the stupidest faces.
And Wendy and Mary Jane, meh, let her die.
Yeah.
Meh.
This is kind of weird because they literally just... Oh, no, wait. They said happy to go retrieve her. They said happy.
Yeah.
Great strategy. Why are you in charge?
Why are they friends again?
Oh, thank God, we're back to the Natsu battle. Yep, he's fighting off against Rogue again. And
you cannot defeat me. And then... Boobies!
Yep, totally out of nowhere...
Even Rogue is like
speechless.
Even Rogue's like, what just happened?
The fuck?
Is it raining women? Hallelujah.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to react to that either. I'm facing down a deadly opponent, and all of a sudden my opponent is taken out by a flying naked woman. And you know, things happen.
And so they crash into a bell, and Lucy's boobs is all over Natsu's face.
Then the bell rolls down, blah, 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 blah. So much no fan service. It's an overload.
Yeah, this... Okay.
There are so many scenes for this that is not funny, and if any of you thought that this artist had any taste, well, he has a lot.
Yeah, so Lucy's getting embarrassed that she's naked, and Natsu decides... Wait, I gotta say this. Natsu decides the most chivalrous thing in the world. Actually cover her boobs with his hands.
You know what? There's something about simplicity, and Natsu is that simplicity.
No, you know what I think? I think he's being stupid on purpose.
You know what? Let him.
No, because I think he's actually being smart by being stupid.
Well, regardless, I like the second line more often, how he actually complains to Happy that Lucy has turned into a mega pervert.
No, Natsu. It's only men that are perverts. Don't you know?
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, it seems that Natsu is actually having a hard time trying to figure out how he can take the dragons out. However, Lucy constantly
Constantly nags
about how Zill comes and all
dragons is violent.
yeah, they're doing all sorts of random destruction and violence, and it seems that Natsu actually gets a thought process out of that. Somehow, I guess violence causes Natsu to actually be smart.
No, and this is what gives Natsu the idea of when Lucy says, "I was almost eaten for crying out loud." That's when he gets the idea.
That and once again,
and the boot flash, and he doesn't really care.
It's an epic scene, and how did
magic?
Fairies, fucking fairies.
No, fairy tale.
Anyways, it seems that he's got a plan and is going off to do so.
Okay, so I think I have an idea of what he's gonna do. He's gonna tell everybody to go inside the dragon because I'm gonna bet that's their absolute weakness. Okay, this is like Lord of the Rings. No, actually the Hobbit. You know, where it's their insides that are the weakness.
Which Hobbit went inside somebody else's stomach?
No. Oh, you remember Smog?
Yeah.
There was like this one little area that's actually an opening, and it's the insides that's actually the weakness.
Yes. Well, that actually may work because, that's a plan that, I could see Natsu stupidly making.
And Urza is just getting her ass whooped.
Yeah,
and she starts to get mopey.
Well,
I wasn't strong enough. I'm pathetic. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Well, dude, if you just got sliced in the ankle and then had to take down a super powerful wizard
this is Urza for crying out loud.
Yeah, but
she took down 100 monsters.
Don't forget it's Minerva.
And then, dun da da da, Jalal comes to the rescue.
Yep, somehow he does damage to the dragon sentinels.
Maybe not damage, but but just blows them away a bit. And suddenly, Melina.
Sorry.
Yeah, Melina. Melina
joins in, and if you remember, she has sworn to kill Jalal.
Oh yeah. On my first I thought she was gonna attack Urza or something.
Yeah, that would have been bad. Anyways,
wait. Is this like the same Jalal, or was this the different one?
No, this is this. Melina is one of the people that was a part of Joel's former forces before the time skip. Well, she wasn't a slave per se because she still believed in the Millennium Tower, the Tower of Paradise. However, after hearing that Simon was killed by Jalal, one of their friends, during the time where they were slaves, she swore that she would kill Jalal once she found him, and knowing that he was alive.
Yep.
However, we have to get back to Natsu and Happy going, I guess,
up and away!
Stupid plan, leaving Lucy once again.
Such a great boyfriend.
He's not a... whatever. Anyways.
Oh, come on, like it's just obvious. It's just obvious. Just go with it.
Anyways, it seems that Lucy is now finally fully clothed again. There, your dreams are done. That's all
My dreams are dead. And she gives like
small little monologue of how she trusts Natsu again, like usual, but finds something interesting in the trash can convenience.
Oh, but the thing is, she thought it was her journal, but it was actually her future self's journal.
Huh. Out of all the conspicuous places, I think I'll put this very reputable item right here. Right here.
Just in case. But no, magic. Can't even question it. You just can't question it. It's magic.
Fuck this logic.
I don't care. It's magic. You can't get mad at it.
Anyway, folks, that is the end of both fairy tale chapters and the weekly show Jump review. And we'll hope to see you next time. This has been Fonzie.
And this is Hero.
And we're signing off.